You travel around London as I do, on a daily basis. We all know that now, though, don't we? Yes, I've spotted so many of you wonderful people who've come up and said hello, how are you doing, all that sort of stuff. And it's lovely, absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely to meet you all and know that you enjoy the things that we're putting out. It is nice to know. And as I say, it's nice to see so many friends who come up and just say, oh, I watch you, and now I'm here on holiday. Love to know where you're staying, yeah. It's always about a budget, though, isn't it? That's the thing about being in London, The theatre behind me right now is the Novello Theatre. And for many people, they just come along and see that mega musical by ABBA, Mamma Mia. Have no idea why it's called the Novello Theatre. This is all in tribute to the late composer, actor, creator, producer, Ivor Novello, who literally lived in a flat next door to the theatre. For those that are not really aware of his work, he had so many big hit musicals during the 40s, but possibly one of his most famous compositions is none other than Keep the Home Fires Burning, which was taken as a bit of an anthem for everybody during the First World War, 1914 to 1918. As I say, there's a plaque commemorating exactly where he lived. We lost him all too soon. But it's also hard to remember that he was one of the biggest matinee idols of the silent and early talkies era, as big as Clark Gable was in the US. Apparently he was divine looking and women just went to swoon at the cinema. Most people went to see him in the flesh while dining in the dining room at the Savoy Hotel, literally just around the corner from here. But it's all about history, isn't it, in London? And that's a fascinating thing. What I like about it is that wherever you turn, there's another historical fact. Particular man here, also very influential in the world of Theatreland in the very early period, the 18th century. He was, yes, the biggest cheese at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane. Now, he started off as an actor, but then went into management very successfully. But what he did, you see, was in fact very clever, because while he loved putting on all of his summer operatics and stuff like that at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, they were not that well attended, as one can imagine. It's very close to the Royal Opera House, and people, being snobs, wanted to truly go there. Now, what was interesting was that Augustus Miller decided basically to, well, captivate the people coming into the Theatre Royal Drury Lane by using more modern people of the time, people that people wanted to actually see, not necessarily his productions, and I mean that kindly. So he hired the likes of, Mary Lloyd, the music hall star with the rather racy songs, the comedian of the time, Dan Leno, to appear in pantomime, Vaudeville. And with that money, he was able to continue as not just an impresario, an actor, manager, creator, but also put on, still, his much loved operettas, even if they didn't make too much money. His statue, which you can see here, is at the side of the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, which is currently owned by LW Theatres, that is Andrew Lloyd Webber, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, I might point out, and it's recently been refurbished once again. But did you know that the Theatre Royal Drury Lane is one of the most haunted theatres in London, if not the world? On another occasion, I'd like to share with you a rather special story about a friend of mine who actually nearly became a star while appearing in the London production of the Ethel Merman classic, Gypsy. But why did she turn it down? That's to come in the very near future. For now, let's just remember the people that have gone before created so much entertainment, and quite rightly are still remembered, even to this day, via statues, names and plaques. Neil Sean in the very heart of Theatreland, London.